Welcome, Transformer fans. My name is Composite Enerjoe, and today's review is on the Transformers Studio Series Deluxe Class Crosshairs from the movie Transformers: The Last Knight and Age of Extinction. But this is, I think, specific. This is supposed to be specifically the Last Knight version of the character. But yeah, so here he is. Here's Crosshairs in his vehicle mode. This green and black Corvette Stingray, and it's a pretty accurate one, if I do say so myself. As you see, it has a little Corvette logo there, and another one there. So this is indeed licensed, which is pretty cool. And as you saw there, he does roll quite nicely. And that's pretty much it for the vehicle mode. It's a very cool car mode. I'm gonna kind of jump the gun a little bit. Out of the two modes, I think his vehicle mode is probably the best one in this instance. And you're going to see why. I'm not the biggest fan of how they did his robot mode. It looks good, but when you start messing with it, it kind of just falls apart, if you get my meaning. So yeah, let's get on with the transformation, which is fairly involved and a bit finicky in like certain parts. First thing, just pop this off. So this isn't supposed to pop off, but it doesn't glue in straight, so it just sort of falls off. So I just recommend you put that off to the side. There's a spoiler, that's not like an actual accessory or anything, that just, it pops off. So then you lift this up, lift that up. Let's see, you come back here, pull out and up. That way you can then separate this, like so. And as you can see, this is where he stores his weapons. And for the sake of simplicity, let me just pop them off. So those are his two guns. They stores them there, which is very cool. So then slide off. And then you just unpeg this down. There we go. And then for this part I always struggle with. I think you have to do it from this angle. Rotate, yeah, here we go. You rotate this around, like so, and then you can start setting them up. So then the skirts, the cloaks, or whatever this is supposed to be. I think it's supposed to be his like cloak or something. Push forward. Then for here, fold out, straighten, and straighten the leg. Then same thing with this one, straighten, and fold out. And here we have his legs. So his legs are taken care of. Now for the rest of him. Now we go here and fold out the arms. Fold out the arms. And then you fold out the fists. And fold out the open-handed fists. Just the head a little bit. And as you can see, pretty much Crosshairs is done. All that's left is to take care of this entire backpack, which is supposed to simulate like his cloak that he has, or his duster, if you know, if you're more of a Western kind of guy, because that's what he's supposed to resemble, like a cowboy. So this is supposed to be his overcoat or his cloak. So then for this, how was this? You lift this up like so. Oh, and I like to put the this in here for storage, because there really is no way. There's no way to put this on here. It'll just pop off, and it doesn't like transform correctly. So I just like to store. You can see I just like to store it right there. And then this. Oh, come on, hold on. All right. Then you fold this down, fold these back, and then this will peg into here, I believe. And then you just adjust the cloak. And this doesn't want to go in there, so let's try that. Let's try up here. There we go. Let's try up there. So yeah, this has like a, darn it. Does it want to... Hold on. I think I got it. Sorry to take up so much time on this. But this is annoying. So yeah, there we go. Peg it in. It's not the strongest connection. It's actually fairly loose, you can see, but that's pretty much the best you're gonna get. So here we have Crosshairs in his robot mode. And from the front, it looks nice. In fact, let's get a close-up on that head sculpt. You can see this is very, very nicely made. The eyes are even painted, the goggles. This is Crosshairs, and like the sculpting is amazing. This looks very nice. But the engineering is just like, what is this? Is this really the best they could do? Like, he's kind of disappointing. Like, it's sad. He does look cool from the front, though. Like I said, he looks very good on a display. But yeah. Oh, and like I said, think. That really? You're kidding me? Oh, this. There we go. This darn thing. I don't know where to put this. Let's see if we put it up here. Okay. I think I got it. So yeah, that darn spoiler. I don't know what to do with it because it's supposed to pop off. Because you can't really peg it here because there's no room for that. So yeah, as I showed earlier, you can store his blasters here on the sides. I said here on the sides. There we go. Which is very nice. So he has good weapon storage, even though this one is kind of loose. Come on. There we go. So he does have very nice weapon storage. He's very top heavy, obviously. So let's get his guns out. And he just holds them. And it looks good. That's pretty much the best thing I can say about this version of Crosshairs. I think the original figure was maybe a tiny bit better, but it also had a lot of issues as well. I remember that one was a pain to transform. Because I don't have... Well, I didn't get the original Crosshair. I instead got his repaint Hotshot. I got the Age of Extinction Hotshot, and that figure was functional. It wasn't the best. And yeah, so Crosshairs. Yeah, he's okay. He looks very nice. I will give him that. Like the sculpting, the design, it's spot on. Like it looks very nice. The vehicle mode looks fantastic too. But yeah, transformation is is kind of there, and this entire backpack is just, it's not good. And the spoiler not really going anywhere is also a bit problematic. Well, I have him, let's do some articulation. Also, these front skirts don't really peg into place, they're just loose. So yeah, he's not that great of a figure. He looks good from the front. As a display piece, I think he's worth getting just as a display piece, because he does look very nice. Let's go on with articulation. Articulation, head is on a ball joint. Arms can go in, out, but you're very limited because of all this stuff that's around it, around his arm. There's a swivel here and bend at the elbow. Bit of a wrist action there. Legs can go out that far, forward, potentially back, double bend at the knee, ball joint, and hinge. So you have an ankle and a ball joint at the foot. And he does not have a waist. So he, hypothetically, in theory, he has a lot of good articulation. But the way that this is designed, this massive backpack is not that great. It really isn't. The heck is this? I don't know, I just saw like a weird mark. So yeah, let's go on with the size comparisons. So here we have Ratchet, Cliff Jumper, and Primal. Yeah, he is a bit on the smaller-ish side, but again, most of the plastic went into that backpack of his. So yeah, oh, and the last accessory, because it's the Studio Series, he has this backdrop, which the backdrop here, it took me a while to figure out what this was, but this was the bowling alley where, in The Last Night, when Cogman first shows up, and this is the scene where Cogman, breaks Crosshair's fingers. I find that hilarious that that's the scene they decided to take from The Last Night to represent Crosshairs. That's just funny, and I'm pretty sure that was intentional. So yeah, Crosshairs. Overall, he's okay. I feel like I personally feel like he has way too many flaws. You can't really like play with him or anything like that. He's good, I think, as a display piece when you have him like this. Just you put him on a shelf with the rest of the Age of Extinction / The Last Night crew. Just put him on there facing forward and just have all of these nice details present and you'll be fine. But the moment you like pick him up and mess with him, he's not really that sturdy. I mean, he stands up and he technically has some pretty good articulation, but because of all the what's it called, the kibble that he has, it prevents him from utilizing all of that articulation. I do like the weapon storage. I thought it was very clever. Like I said, there is some good here, but I feel that he has way too all that kibble, and it prevents him from moving. Like, he has too many problems. So personally, I would say get him either on sale, or if it's like in my case, you just really needed him to complete your Age of Extinction / Last Night Autobot team, because I was missing Crosshairs. I missed out the first time he came out, so I settled for Hotshot, the blue repaint Hotshot, but I got a second chance of getting Crosshairs, who I was kind of missing. So yeah, so I feel like that's the only real reason you should get him. I think he's not that great of a figure. The vehicle mode is very nice, and from the front, the robot mode looks excellent. But the moment you start messing with him, yeah, then he starts to fall apart, both figuratively and in some cases, literally. I don't really want to touch him too much. So yeah, overall, he's okay. Like I said, either wait for a sale or get him if you're trying to complete the teams from the 4th and 5th movies. That's pretty much it. So yeah, this has been my review of the Transformers Studio Series Deluxe Class Crosshairs, specifically the Last Night version of Crosshairs. It's more or less, I think it's this, I don't think a lot changed between the two movies. But yeah, so this is Composite Enerjoe signing off. Peace out and be safe.